I wasn't planning on making this video, but last night I saw the trailer for Stephen King's It movie and I felt really inspired to talk about it a little bit. I haven't read the entire book yet. I am looking forward to the movie very much. I think the trailer is amazing and I'm sure I'll see the movie 100 times. And I love the old miniseries from the early 90s. I've seen it many times. I own it on DVD. Things that were scary back in the 90s aren't all that scary anymore, and it's very dated, and the acting is not the best, is it? But still, I love it. I'm a horror fan and I love Stephen King's It. But I'm not brave enough to see it on the big screen. I will have to watch the DVD/Blu-ray, whatever. I'm not brave enough to see the clown displayed on the big screen in front of me. See, I was born in 1985, and when we got to see the miniseries on TV in the early 90s, I was a small child. I was just starting to attend school. And the movie/miniseries was scary back then, and especially to a small child like me. So I still remember that it was I think a 4-part miniseries here on Croatian TV, and it was quite late at night on Sundays. It was on, and there was a rerun the next day in the afternoon, so everybody got to see it. If you couldn't stay up late, you got to see it the next day. To us kids back then, we didn't have computers or internet, so the TV was our entire world. What was on TV, we watched. And we also watched it. We were scared out of our minds about watching it, but we watched anyway. We had to. We were too curious and it was too interesting. And the next day at school, I still remember it. The next day, we would all stand in the hallway in a circle and discuss the highlights of the episode that we had watched. We would be like, and then the clown reached for the kid's hand and pulled it and bit into it. That was so scary. And all of us would nod and look down. Yes, that was the scary part. Mind you, in the early 90s, when I started school and when we watched it for the first time, at the same time a war started in my country. I still remember the air raids and running from class into a shelter and the refugees that were pouring in. I got lost in the street during one air raid. Imagine that happened to an 8-year-old child. But none of those atrocities that were going around us kids in this world that had gone mad, none of it could hold a candle to our fear of Pennywise the clown. We were so freaked out by it. I remember I was afraid to stay by myself in the school bathroom for a long time, and still to this day I feel uneasy next to a drain on the bathroom floor because of that scene when Pennywise comes up out of the floor in the shower. I know I'm not the only one. I mean, I'm a 32-year-old woman who is uncomfortable sometimes to close her eyes while shampooing the hair in the shower because Pennywise could be watching me shower and wash my hair. It's ridiculous, but I think that things that scare you in your childhood sort of remain with you in the back of your mind like forever, basically. Maybe not as a fear, you grow out of it, but still makes you feel so uncomfortable. And I think that's why I'm so intimidated to watch Pennywise on the big screen, because of my childhood and the early 90s and all of us kids being so afraid of it. Mind you, Croatia here is a Slavic country, and when we watch foreign movies and TV series, they are subtitled. So at that young age of 8, I couldn't catch all the subtitles. I couldn't read that fast. So my mom let me watch it, and we would watch together. We would sit on the couch and watch, and she would have to sometimes explain and retell some parts of the series to me so I would understand what's going on. I was watching this with eyes wide open. There was this scary clown that was occasionally appearing, and I was always afraid, when is he gonna come up on screen? And there were these kids, and there was this ominous music at some time, and my mom would have to explain to me that, see, these children, they are all getting together to fight an evil monstrous clown, and each of them had some sort of scary episode concerning that clown. For example, you see that boy over there? The clown killed his brother. Imagine your parents saying that to an 8-year-old you who is identifying oneself with the child characters or on screen, because all of us kids back then, while we watched, we were identifying ourselves with those children. And I guess I still think of myself as that 90s kid who was afraid of drains and afraid of clowns, and still uncomfortable to this day of maybe Pennywise watching me shower. Isn't it ridiculous? But I think that something that scares you in the childhood kind of sticks with you for the rest of your life somewhere in your mind, and you never really grow out of that uneasiness, you know what I mean? But I will watch the movie, and I'm looking forward to it so much, on this new take on it. What did you think? Did you see the trailer? Are you gonna watch the movie? Me too, but I'm not ready for Pennywise on the big screen. I never will be, honestly.